to another Trading Fibs video. Today's video is the Forex chart on the US dollar Japanese yen against the Japanese yen. We're going to start looking at the weekly time frame, and I've already kind of gave a rundown of a prediction on what it might look like in the next few years. So these dotted white lines here kind of project that forecast out to maybe 4 or 5 years from now, but we'll see. I'm not going to get too much into the time span today, just a little bit of direction in this triangle. So we've already found 3 waves here. We're going to start back from 2014. This A leg, the B leg was from 2014 to 2020. The C leg here is from 2020 to November of 2022. This giving us a primary leg A. This turn here, this higher high, is from an expanded flat that I am projecting. So we're going to have a higher high here and a lower low somewhere maybe in the 120 level. Okay, 120 to 125, 130. So that's why we see this higher high up here around the 160 area. So this again is from November of 2022 down in February of 2023 for an expanded flat A, and B up in 2024, August of 2024, and now we're coming down, but not before we form a triangle pattern. From pretty much this whole year, we've been in this triangle pattern. So we need to break this down, figure out if we can stay ahead of the trend before it breaks this triangle. Whether it goes lower or higher, that is really yet to be seen. So we've got 4 degrees of trend that you can kind of see in this mess. So the purple is primary, the blue is intermediate, yellow is major, the white is the minor degree. So let's zoom in here, and we're going to go to, we can see the triangle a little bit better. So from July of 2024, we came down in a major A leg, and now we're moving sideways in this triangle. So we have a minor leg A up, B down, and the C is in question. All right. So I drew out 2 C's and two trend lines. This top trend line is from the top of July 2024, and the second trend line is from the top of January of 2025. So the reason it's in doubt is that this first trend line, this top one here, isn't really part of the triangle. It's just part of the top. So I really don't like that as a favorite trend line, but it's there because it'll probably play a part in the future, maybe as we start to recover. But I think that we need to focus more on this trend line that's actually part of the triangle. So starting from January of 2025, we hit it again here just last month, July 28th, I believe. We'll zoom in and make sure that's the right time frame. So I think now we're coming down for a D leg. Okay, so we still need A, B, C, D, E. Now this E leg, I'm going to say that it's going to break out of this trend line and fake everybody out before it falls down. So that's something we really got to watch closely when we start to form this E leg, because you can see the wedge is starting to close up here. I'm willing to bet that it's going to pop out and then fall down to the below this trend line here. So this bottom trend line for our triangle is just based off the primary start of our minor A leg and the end of our B leg. That's how I get these 2 points here. So let's go into the daily time frame here real quick. Okay, and you can see the candlestick a little bit better on the daily time frame, but it's really just to zoom in. Okay, so when I get down to the I didn't really label it correctly. This should have been a minuet and sub-minuet color, but I already broke it down to the lesser degree of sub-minuet. So usually I just start over with the color coding. So purple being the highest, blue being a degree lower, and so on. So, but don't get too focused on that. I can change that up later and fine-tune that for next video. But this is really just showing you the moves, our 3 counts into this C leg and the subdivisions. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. See if we can focus on these what I think is our D leg down. So the minor C leg is here. It's complete right here on this trend line. And now we have an A down, trying to finish a B, looking for a C down. So right now I'm thinking this B leg could be just kind of a regular flat, just an A, B, and a C to finish, or there might be a triangle pattern in here. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna use this trend line and maybe this trend line if it is a triangle, and we're gonna use our retracements to find a stopping point for this B leg. So we're going to take the measurement off of this move right here. That's 3 moves. Hopefully you can see that. And you can see our 50% and 61.8% are our next 2 targets. This trend line that I drew out, I probably could fine-tune that just a bit. Probably lines up more with the 61.8. So it seems to me there's some potential to the upside here still before we finish this minor triangle D leg down. So I'm thinking that we're going to come down, retest this price level at 148. You can see this is a nice move here without any kind of pullback. So we at least need a 38.2 or greater, or 23.6 or greater to consider a pullback on this move right here. Okay. So let's probably dissect that move, and we'll do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and finish out this prediction here. Okay, so let's, hopefully you can see this 3 moves here with the pullback, and what is happening right now is this last sub leg C. Okay, so let me go ahead and label that so you can follow what I'm tracking. So we're going to go ahead and put this as A. B. And C. Okay, so let me try to move this here real quick, get it out of our way. All right, let's just see here. You can see this deep correction here for B. So this is telling me we could see another triangle pattern out of this move here. Let's just measure A real quick, see what it gives us. We are at the 123.6 right now. Looking for a triangle somewhere. So if we do this, don't really like it like that. Well, I'm not really seeing a triangle pattern stick out, so we'll just go by the 123.6 right now. Maybe this subdivision here was just a regular flat. Looking like we're going to break the 123.6 right now, head up to the 138.2 before we get this pullback. So let's take off the right extension. We'll keep these targets to the left. Now we need, let's say, if it does go up to the 138.2, the 148.63, let's go ahead and get the retracements targets for that. So right about here. So the retracement target, if it goes higher up to the 148.622, then our pullback, the first target is pretty much right where we're at right now at 148.207. Then the second target is at 147.95. Pretty much test this price level. So I'm favoring this retracement, whether it is now or we go a little higher. I'm favoring this zone there, and I will highlight that. And then if we come back further, the 50% is at 147.742. Hopefully you can see this one in here in blue. It's a little hard to see. And then the 61.8 is 147.535. And after that, something else is going on. So, all right. I'm going to get rid of this trend line because it's throwing me off already. I was expecting some kind of triangle pattern, but I'm not seeing it. We'll have to come back to it. Maybe it'll show its face later. But the trend line that we're really focusing on is this one up here. And you can see that to reach that, it looks like it would hit the 161.8 fib at 149.045. So watch out for that. So right now, I guess I would be favoring a long trade. But once we get up into this area here, I would be favoring a short position. So I will label that red. And this green. Okay, so let me move this here. I think well, no. I think we're going to do that. Yeah, I said that earlier. Because we still need to correct this move here. So up to 148.63, down into the green zone, and then up to touch the trend line somewhere. Probably that intersects with the 161.8 fib at 149.095. So pretty much the 149 level. And then I say we're heading down to finish this minor delay. So if I am wrong, then we're not coming down to finish the D leg. That means we need to go higher to complete the minor alternate C leg that I was had written out earlier. We'll have to go out to the weekly time frame again, or the daily, to see this. So we're almost done here. If I can get this chart to stop, there we go. Alright, so the C leg in the triangle is what I'm anticipating we have completed already, coming down for our D leg. Now, if we break this trend line, that is going to give us our signal that we need to probably take the C leg up to the 154 area. So just take your trend line, draw it from the top of January 2025, make sure it connects with the zoom in here, with the top of July 31st. Okay, those 2 points will give you this trend line. That'll be your kind of your watch out zone there to see if it goes higher. So if it breaks that trend line, going higher, and our C leg is up here. But obviously, since the trend line goes down, our targets will be lower the longer it takes to hit this trend line. So I think that's about it. Let me get rid of these fibs, clean it up a little bit, zoom out, and let you take a look at it for a little bit and call it there. Alright, I hope that helps, and until next time.